Welcome to the course, EVM Made Easy. My name is Scott Payne, and like it says, I'm gonna make EVM easy for you. Now, I'm gonna walk you through my ridiculously simple and insanely effective method for getting all the PMP EVM questions right on the PMP exam, all right? So it's gonna be fun. You and I are gonna go through this course together. Let's do it, all right? So, the first chapter is why you think EVM is hard, all right? So everyone out there has the same belief. EVM is hard. Now, I too had that belief, but I'm gonna prove it to you in this class that EVM questions, they're actually really, really easy. It's just we gotta change the way we think and solve these problems, all right? So we're gonna do it together. Now, before I get into telling you how we're gonna do it, let me tell you a story, all right? So, I'm pretty good with math or arithmetic, engineer by nature. I'm not bad with numbers right off the bat, all right? But when I was studying, I really struggled with these EVM questions. I mean, as I was going through, I was spending a ton of time doing what they told me on the interwebs, right? To memorize things, put a data dump sheet down, kind of get all these equations crammed in my brain. The more and more I memorized, the more and more I got frustrated, and I spent hours getting these equations in my brain. So if you're out there and you've spent hours, believe me, I've been in your shoes, all right? Now, the problem was, if I made one mistake, either in writing it down or using the equations or trying to find the information, which is super hard. Those questions are like, they're just like quizzes in themselves. They're difficult to break down, right? I would get the questions wrong. So I was leaning back with extra pressure to say, I should be good with math, but I keep missing these questions. And like you, this stressed me out and I didn't like it, all right? So it was eating up a ton of my time. Now, I knew I had to find a better way, but nobody out there was telling me anything else than memorize, just kind of pound through it, or either just guess. So those weren't good enough for me. So knew that I had to find a solution. And if you think through, what kind of solution would you want? You want one that's flexible enough so that you can work for every type of question. There's a bunch of different types of EVM questions that we'll walk through, and one simple enough that I could use it on the exam. I couldn't have some cumbersome thing, some mathematical model that worked on my computer, but not in the exam. So flexible and simple, that was my challenge. Couple days, couldn't figure it out, couldn't find anything on the internet to help me out. Then one night, like most good ideas came to me when I was sleeping. I had 4 secrets just pop in my brain. Boom, right there. And these 4 secrets instantly changed how I solved EVM questions. Now, this course, those 4 secrets helped me get where I'm going, and I'll tell you a story about it. But that's what this book and if you have the book and the videos in this course are all about, these 4 secrets and building off of them, all right? So once I realized these 4 secrets that we're gonna go through, they told me that my approach and my process for solving these questions was what was holding me back. All right, and so my process and my approach for solving the problems was wrong. Now, once I realized that and got into the 4 secrets, boom, I was good to go. So in 30 minutes that night, it was good enough just to understand the 4 secrets, but my brain had something else for me. I created what I call my EVM question solving template, my EVM Made Easy template, whatever you want to call it. This template works awesome, all right? And I have a process for using the templates, all right? So here it is. Doesn't look fancy, right? Maybe it does look fancy, but this is your lifeline. This is your saving grace. This template is gonna be the way in which we are gonna solve problems. So I wanna be real clear right now. This is not a pump and dump thing where you just memorize this template. By using this template is a problem solving process. It's a tool that you can use. It's not some cheap trick. It is a tool. It structures the equations in a certain way. I'm going to teach you all about it. It forces you to go in there and really understand, and it allows you the flexibility to solve every single problem every time. And that's the beauty of it, okay? And so I tried using this template that I generated that night, and it worked. And I tried it again, and it worked. And it worked every single time, and it's going to work every single time for you. Enough talking. I'm going to get into proving it to you as we go through. The best part, no memorizing. You just learn how to create this template that's logical, that puts in a question solving format. It helps you make solve questions in an orderly way. You're going to learn how to make it, okay? And once you do that, no memorizing, no struggling. When I did that, my stress, this is what I want for you, my stress melted away. So I felt so much better. I had the confidence to solve problems, and I was getting them right. So that's guaranteed PMP question solving money right there. And that's great. And to tell you the truth, I got every PMP question around the PMP exam. And every student that I use this, when they come back, they tell me, Scott, I nailed every EVM problem using this template. So it's going to be really, really helpful for you as you go out there. Now, what I'm going to do through this course and through the book is I'm going to teach you the template. You need to know the details in the template, what the structure is, how to use it, all those things. I'm going to teach you my rock solid question solving process so that you know how to put the template into practice. Plus, more importantly to all this, I'm going to teach you how to understand and interpret all the EVM values. All right. So it's not just good enough to get the right answer. I want you to really understand EVM, earned value management, because this is super important, not only to the PMP exam, but to understanding how your projects are performing in general. So we're going to go through that. I'm going to give you a lesson in that. You're going to understand it in a way that you've never understood it before. You're going to be able to see it in visual pictures. All right. I'm going to walk you through it. So you're going to understand every single one of those EVM acronyms that may feel like you're looking at alphabet soup right now. I'm going to break it down for you so you understand it. All right. So as we go through here, there are 3 stages to this, and the book follows along. The first one's understand. You know, we want to run, but let's stop. Let's understand what the EVM thing, all the acronyms are about, what they mean, how we use them, why we use them, and what the template's all about. All right, once we do that, we're going to jump into create. You got to learn how to create this template simply, easily, and repeatably. All right, so that's what we're going to work through. And the last stage, dominate. All right, we're going to teach you and give you the practice to be able to dominate EVM questions so that you can dominate them on the exam. That's my goal. Understand, create, and dominate. All right, so right now, I hope you understand that I'm going to lead you through this process. EVM isn't hard. We just got to change our process and our approach, and I'm going to do that for you. So right now, let's jump into these 4 secrets.